today was the day of drones, drone Olympiad and the finale. Today was the finale, and we had a wonderful competition happening with drones. Drones have come to be known to the common public, common populace like me and you, along with the cameras fitted during the marriage functions and the events. But drones can do too many other things. A very serious participation. They can be part of our total strategic management. What all can it do? Well, the drone Olympic that started off today. Let's take a look at that.
The Drone Olympics was conceived by Ministry of Defence, and the responsibility to execute it was given to the Indian Air Force. The aim of the Drone Olympics was to showcase the hidden talent that is in India amongst our boys and girls, especially from engineering colleges, who are bulging with ideas but did not have a place to showcase their talent, to bring them forward. It was also an opportunity for the industry to showcase their talents as well. Mind you, this is Drone Olympics, which means there is a international flavor to this. It was not only confined to participants from India. So we had a couple of participation from outside country as well, through their Indian partners and otherwise. It was a very well fought, very tight competition. We had some eminent juries helping us from all across industries and academia, who did a fantabulous job in identifying the right team.
Yes, we have the flag off. We have a rotary wing configuration hybrid, which will make a vertical takeoff. There are 4 props, 4 propellers spinning to take it up vertically. More than 10 kg class aircraft will make a transition anytime soon, correcting itself, making forward flight, beautifully executed. Aircraft is now airborne and flying in forward formation.
The situation here is a sensitive situation where the storyline is we have something there. As the drone goes, they see some intruders there.
I think we will start scanning and sweeping the area with the high resolution cameras we have on the hybrid system, as well as the Talon has taken off. Others from Model Aerospace flying his Talon with a pusher configuration. These are capable to fly up to 18 meters per second. The larger drone is airborne and climbing out altitude. To get a better view of the situation, we will... Oh yes, we have some positive identification of some intruders. And the drones have detected the intruder are in the loiter mode now.
So these are surveillance, hybrid surveillance drones flying at a height of about 80 meters height.
Currently they can go higher, they can go much higher than these. Currently for the show we are flying them low. These can fly really out, close to about 6,000 meters. They will be deployed very soon. Mission planning is happening on the ground. The location of the intruders are being passed to the team 2. You can see the gentle turns. The camera is actually tracking the moving intruder on the ground. That's the whole idea of the hybrid. Makes a vertical takeoff and can do a fixed wing flying.
The surveillance drones have now launched to take a closer view of the situation, to see what is really happening at the area where the intruders were spotted. The surveillance drones.
Yes, we see the pilots ready. We see the men with the gun. Our team,
there are weapons.
Yes, the rapid response team is already ready there with their weapons. The drones have been deployed. We spot them now. They are collaborative effort. They're talking to each other and they're making decision as to how they should sweep the area. They're getting lat-long location, exact location of the intruders, and this will be passed on to the ground team, which will respond and take down, pin down the intruders. Let's look at the action now.
So the QRT is moving along with the drones in collaboration.
Getting very high resolution images of the intruders.
Talking about the teams participating, we have Team Daksha flying the hybrid, Model Aviation flying the surveillance, Sagar Defense, Asteria, Drovengers, Team Alpha. They are all on the mission.
There we go. We have the team names being displayed on our LED screen. Asteria Aerospace, Drone Aerospace. Drones are armed and waiting for instructions from the ground team. Mission plan is being uploaded to the drones as we speak. Ground team moving forward, getting video cover by the drone in the air.
Unmanned aerial vehicles, popularly known as the drones. They are the fastest growing market today, starting from very expensive military equipment to small consumer toys. UAVs have become all pervasive even in the commercial sector. Government of India has organized a drone Olympics, of which you saw a part of it right today. These drones have beautiful applications that's possible. In case of emergency, you can drop the medicine. In case of emergency, you can shift a payload to a certain extent. There is no runway needed. It's just the vertical takeoff. And today's theme was drone, the Drone Olympics. This is day 2 of the Aero India 2019, and the theme was Drone Olympics. And here you're watching the continued effort of the drones, unmanned aerial vehicles that happened today morning. UAVs are now venturing into commercial space, be it basic surveillance, photography, site inspections and monitoring the crops, collecting geographical data, delivery of services. Avenues are limitless. Aero Show 2019 has provided an opportunity to UAV manufacturing enthusiasts to showcase the capabilities of the drones that they are manufacturing. Government of India organized this Drone Olympics today, and it went off well, and some of them, of course, they need a second look and a second helping hand, as can be expected in a developing field. And winners of today's Olympics will be honored with medals and cash prizes totaling up to 38 lakh rupees. We will show you who won the race, who got the medals, what happened with all that. Please be with us. You can watch all that tonight also at 10 o'clock. Right now, let's see what's going on with the Olympics, the Drone Olympics. So many enthusiasts trying to be part of this Drone Olympics. Small hitches, small hiccups, all together. We have been talking of the drones. Drones are the unmanned aerial vehicles. Unmanned aerial vehicles can have various possibilities. In a battlefield, in a front, where we need to deliver some critical equipment or the medicine, where takeoff space and any of this is not available, drones can be of great help. In a disaster situation where the access either by road or by whatever means is so difficult,
Put your hands together for
we need
others on the
to
jet.
reach materials
Wonderful
there,
flying.
critical materials, maybe
Superb,
medicines,
extremely
like
high
you
skills,
saw
shown there by others.
first aid materials that you
We
cross.
have Raghavendra on the low-wing nitro aircraft, making that hammerhead, coming in, recovering from the hammerhead, coming in straight, center line, going up, doing another hammerhead, wing over. Beautifully executed.
Wow. While we are having this brilliant sight, we also have our participants gearing up for the second round, which will soon start. But until then, we will enjoy this. To quickly give you a snapshot, round one we had Daksha, Model Aviation, Sagar Defense, Team Asteria, Drovenger Squad, Team Alpha, Team Daksha, second time for the supply drop, and also Throttle Aerospace System. Different categories, and in round two we will have humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Team Daksha, Idea Forge, Thanos, IIT Kanpur, Dynamatics, Saga Defense, Alpha Drones and Zero Gravity under various categories. 5 different categories of the competition. The energy is high. The scorers are having a tough time. So many parameters to consider, so many things to keep in mind. A
Weight
lot
of
of
the
things
aircraft,
play a role.
performance of the aircraft, rigidity. We evaluated technically the aircraft, the airframe, the pilot, the mission plan.
We will soon begin round 2. While the setup is happening, let's enjoy this brilliant sight. Oh, what roll!
The aircraft has been put through extreme aerobatic maneuvers. This is the low wing configuration, typical entry-level aircraft for aerobatics. Easy on the pilot, but the pilot can really throw it around if he has the skills. This will encourage more youngsters to take up to the hobby, which will bring out more pilots. Flying slow. Going to execute smoke. We see a smoke system under that aircraft.
We will soon have the arrival of another guest of honor, Srimati Anju Bobby George, joining us, Padma Shri and the recipient of Khel Ratna Award for Athletics. Extending a very warm welcome to Srimati Anju Bobby George, who will join us shortly.
We have the low-wing aircraft already landed. Put your hands together for Raghavendra on the sticks there. Extremely skillful pilot. Flies multi-rotors, rotary wing, fixed wing, jets, experimental aircrafts. Has multi-skills. Raghavendra BS, Bangalore pilot. The aircraft is recovered from the runway. The teams are preparing for the round 2. Equipment is getting ready.
So Sam, do you want to quickly talk about round 2? What's going to happen? Sneak peek now into how the process was, the rigorous process they underwent before the finalists came on to perform here at Aero India 2019. A short video on the process.
We began by registration and then we received the teams at Jakur Aerodrome, followed by technical evaluation of the
the drone Olympics that happened today showcased so many capabilities of the UAV manufacturing enthusiasts. And the Olympics that happened today also led to the winners. Winners will be straddled with the medals and also the cash prize totaling up to 38 lakh rupees. We will show you all that and be with us today night at 10 o'clock. Once again, you will get to know who the winners are and what their capabilities are. In the Startup Pavilion, we spoke to some of the UAV manufacturing enthusiasts. We have been talking about drones, the UAVs, what all they can do. We also spoke to an enthusiast who has manufactured a drone which can do agricultural survey, it can do geographical surveys, it can drop materials, all this. Let's go and talk to this lady who will explain to us more in detail about what this drone can do for us.
Right now I'm here at the India Pavilion and I'm looking at a lot of exhibits, really innovative. And also with me today is a young lady. She's also the only Indian pilot who was at the Drone Olympics. I have with me Nausheen from Idea Forge here with her brilliant drone, and we're going to find out what this drone can do and much more about this little beauty over here. Nausheen, thank you for talking to us. Tell us a little bit about what this drone can do.
Yeah, basically this is a equipment for surveillance purpose. It can fly for 1 hour and it gives a range of 5 kilometers. So it has 10x optical zoom and 4x digital. It has a field of view of 46 degree through which you can see, it saves the manpower and you can see the area at one time which a person's eye cannot see in one full day. So it saves a lot of manpower by using these small machines. You can easily save lives of many CRPF persons, and also you can find Naxals. At the border it gives for security, and in agriculture it is used for monitoring the crop growth and all. This is a fixed wing. Basically this is a vertical takeoff and land, and as it goes in the air it converts itself into a fixed wing. So this can travel around 10 kilometers of range and it gives an endurance of 120 minutes. That is the flight time I'm talking about. That the camera which has in it is 20x optical zoom, which is a huge.
Which is huge. 20x optical zoom is really huge. And what is like the aerial distance that it covers?
So aerial distance, it covers 10 kilometers radial distance.
And what is the speciality about that drone? When we look at these both drones, this one looks pretty small, but it's also very powerful. And that one looks like quite different. So what is special about that one?
The best is our fabrication part. Actually, the drone by looks like very heavy. So it takes off and it converts itself into a fixed wing. But the best part is the fabrication. It is very heavy, but you won't believe that such a big model is less than 6.5 kg. And it can go a height and elevation of 1000 meters. So none other company can comply on this right now. So the beauty of our system is the fabrication part, and it is so lightweight. That is less than 3.5 kgs with the payload and battery.
Right.
And it gives an endurance of 60 minutes, which is huge. And this gives an endurance of 120 minutes.
Right.
So Indian Army, Navy and Air Force can, save their manpower, and they can work from these drones for any emergency situations. It can help them seriously in finding anything.
Right. Noshin, can this be assembled? Because you're saying this is 6.5 kilograms, and when you have to take it to a certain location and get it to fly, obviously this will be reassembled, isn't it?
Yeah. The assembly takes less than 8 minutes.
And you're saying anybody can learn to assemble this, and you also provide training for the assembly of these drones?
That is the part of my company which is there from 12 years. It is by name of Idea Forge. The main branch is in Mumbai. So it is purely indigenous, and assembly and disassembly doesn't take much time, and we have our own training department as well as our own after sales department. So, if you have any servicing, you don't need to go into other countries and wait for some time. If some crash happens, the company has to give you service, it takes time. But ours is Indian product, so it won't take much time for us to travel from here to other place in India.
So I have one question for you. Now the Jawans, the army people, they're all on the battlefield, and it's difficult for them to spend time to learn on the assembly. So how do you think that your technology is simpler? Do you provide them some kind of a manual, a booklet, or do your people need to go and assemble this every single time?
So basically it is very simple. We give them 8 days of training, or sometimes it is 2 days also for fast learners. So it is very easy. We give them manuals, we give them PPTs, we give them videos how to do it. So everything is very simple and easy, and a person who is uneducated also, he is flying drones these days. So it is very easy. It is just one touch, take off, land, that's all. Our software is designed only for Jawans, thinking in the mind that they are not very educated, or sometimes very, very educated.
Let us talk of these 3Ds to an extent. We started off about 2 to 3 decades ago. These 3Ds, we started off with a vision, basically films, movies. We had specific glasses and specialist spectacles to watch the 3D movies. Then we moved into the audio field. It was 3D. Then after the 3D, we have gone up to 7 or 8 Ds. So these Ds have taken us really very far. So 3D also entered into the field of printing, 3D printing. This 3D printing is slightly a tricky term, because 3D printing is also manufacturing. It's a very, very precision manufacturing. Once we say manufacturing, there is a use of raw material. What kinds of raw materials? What do they do? Where do we use? Now, when we manufacture components and materials in a 3D printing scenario, these carbon fibers, which are very, very lightweight, can have astounding extent of applications. You saw the drone the girl explained, the lady explained. Think of this drone being manufactured, or coupling these carbon fibers. How light would it become? What kinds of applications it can take? Let's take a look at that.
3D is the latest technology, but how is 3D applied in defense? I have with me Sridhar Venugopal today. He's the head of materials and technology for a company called Fabheads that develops 3D printers, and these 3D printers print out microfiber, right? We want to know more about this. Sridhar, welcome. Thank you for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Also, I see you're very excited because this is the first time you're exhibiting at the Aero show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
So we've always wanted to come here, and it's been a really great pleasure, and we've got to interact with a lot of high potential people. People have been interested in what we do, and so yeah, we're actually very thrilled to be here.
Okay, fabulous. So what is carbon fiber?
So carbon fiber is a material that's been around for like decades. I think it was developed in like 1940s or something. But then people have always been using it in a manual process to make parts. So compared to metals where there is like a manufactured part, like there is an existing manufacturing process for this. The manufacturing for this is actually very manual.
Okay.
So what we intend to do is we come up with automation technologies that can automate the whole thing for carbon fiber.
Okay.
So in industries like critical like aerospace and defense, where risk, you don't want to have risk. A manual process will have issues of repeatability, the quality of work, and it is prone to get rejected. So there we actually bring the automation. We help you create very complex parts that you just have to give a 3D model for it.
Right.
You give that model to us and we actually fabricate the part.
Right.
And this is as strong as a traditionally made carbon fiber part as well. So you can actually use these in like wing sections. Like you can actually have wing sections like this.
Okay, this is an actual wing section.
Yeah, actual
of an
wing
aircraft.
section. Yeah.
Okay.
So depending upon your application, you can have a continuous section like this,
Right.
or like gapped out sections like this.
Right.
So you can, so depending on application, you can do anything with it. You just need to have a 3D model.
So
that
you're
is the
saying
advantage.
the advantage of a 3D printer and using digital technology is that there is lesser chances of redoing or
Absolutely.
mistakes happening.
So more on that, usually in a traditional process, you need a mold to create all these things.
Yes.
You need a metal mold. So that takes a lot of time and cost to create that mold in the first place. So in this process, you don't actually need a mold. So you can just, in the traditional process, it might take you a week to create a wing, but in this process, it'll be just one day. In a day, you can have a wing ready.
Right.
So that is the time difference we are looking at. So in case of like small startups, like drone startups or UAVs, where they actually want to make just one wing and they want it quickly, they don't have to invest in the mold.
Right.
They can have the part sent out to them in just 2 or 3 days,
Right.
and they can start using it.
Right.
So if you look at the big picture, we're actually making it cost effective for like smaller companies. We are reducing on material wastage that is happening. We are improving the process altogether.
Sridhar, carbon fiber has been around for a very long time and it's also one of the strongest fibers.
Yeah.
Now, what is the use of it, particularly in the defense industry, and
Yeah.
what are the advantages?
So let's take the case of a drone, surveillance drone for example. So if the weight of the drone is so high, you might only carry a little amount of surveillance equipment.
True.
So you want to reduce the weight of the other components as much as possible, so you can carry more stuff.
So how ready you think India is to embrace this new technology and this very old fiber which
Yeah.
has been around?
So large corporations and the defense sector in India, they are actually very interested in this technology, and we are actually going through the process of qualifying all the technology and the materials so they can start using it.
Right.
But the actual people who are picking it up as the drone market, the UAV market, there's a lot of startups coming up in India who is focused on that market.
The latest technology,
Yeah.
you manufacture 3D printers
Yeah.
and it's the carbon fiber is the
Yeah.
talk of the town, and we wish you
Absolutely.
very, very best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Aero India 2019, day 2. Today, you saw so many beautiful visuals of drone Olympics, unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, popularly known to you and me as drones. Today's theme was Drone Olympics and the drones. Now, yesterday, Aero India 2019 got off to a very colorful start. Anytime Aero India show happens, this is the 12th edition. Anytime it happens, the dignitaries, the invitees, all of them always also look forward to the aerobatics. Apart from their nitty-gritties with their business and what interests them so seriously, the repercussions and so many things else, apart from all that, and together with all that, the watch 2, the go-to item is about the aerobatics. Of course, we do acrobatics with our body, but these daredevil pilots do aerobatics with their metal birds seated inside. It's really chilling and thrilling. We had wonderful formations, including the missing man formation, unfortunately, and also the Rafale. Let's take a look at how it went on.
The most awaited event of the Aero show, the biennial event, is the aerobatic display. It's not just the dignitaries invited and seated in the function who await this fly past and daredevilry. Every space around the airbase where the sky is the limit for visual treat is occupied safely by the public who enjoy every moment of this display of mightiness of these hallowed metal birds in the sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, following the Dakota is the Hindustan Aeronautics Made in India formation of helicopters and aircrafts, products that are a result of HAL's long and abiding commitment to the Make in India cause. Now coming in front of you is the Rudra formation of ALH weaponized variants. These helicopters are in operational deployment, providing adequate combat muscle to our armed forces for some time now. Thus, this formation is being aptly flown today by Army aviation pilots Colonel Hoon, Colonel Cherian and Colonel Ramesh.
Trailing the formation is another golden oldie, the ever-dependable MiG-21. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, only India has managed to sustain the operational capability of this aircraft through HAL. Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft was piloted by Group Captain Das Gupta.
Ladies and gentlemen and all the esteemed guests, look to your right as the helicopters of the Sarang helicopter display team take off in inverted wine glass formation, raising a toast on the 12th Aero India 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause and welcome the Sarang helicopter display team. In a short while from now, Sarang, the only 4 helicopter military display team, will regroup and come in for the display.
After the scintillating takeoff by the Sarangs, now you can see the first indigenous multi-role light transport aircraft Saras, designed by National Aerospace Laboratories. The modified prototype of Saras PT-1, designated PT-1N, flying in front of you, is piloted by Wing Commander Uday Pratap Singh and Wing Commander Prabhakaran. Coming in from your left now is the Netra formation, comprising 1 Embraer AWNC aircraft and 2 Sukhoi 30 MKI aircraft. The formation is led by Group Captain Pranjal. The Sukhois are being flown by Wing Commander Tushar Kaduskar and Wing Commander Shobit Mishra. Ladies and gentlemen, the Netra formation. Following the Netra formation is the P-8I, a long-range anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance aircraft. The P-8I is a variant of the P-8 Alpha that was developed by Boeing for the US Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft is flown today by Commander Amit Mohapatra.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep looking to your left for our very own Made in India light combat aircraft Tejas.
The display by the light combat helicopter, please give her a warm round of applause as it now exits after an enthralling display.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking to the skies shortly will be the Dassault Rafale being flown by Captain Machiavelli, nicknamed Babuk of the French Air Force. A twin-engine, delta-wing, 4th generation fighter aircraft, Rafale is a multi-role combat aircraft capable of undertaking air supremacy, interdiction, reconnaissance and nuclear deterrent missions simultaneously. Well, you can see the Rafale performing maneuvers effortlessly with even the anti-gears down. Keep your attention riveted on the Rafale.
The sun has gone down and the moon come up, and long ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, Captain Pulsari and the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Watch now as Captain Pulsari approaches from your left for a high-speed pass. Into a vertical fight.
Left for the Airbus 330-900. Approaching show center from your left. The Airbus 330-900, which is being displayed here at Aero India, is the MSN 1795, which was one of the two dedicated flight test development aircraft. The A330-900 launch customer was Delta Airlines and the launch operator TAP Air Portugal. Meanwhile, the smaller Airbus 330-800 is currently undergoing development flight testing in France. To date, 242 A330 Neos have been sold to 15 customers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after that majestic display, as the A330-900 comes in for a landing, please keep looking to your left for the mighty Boeing B-52 Stratofortress, which is an American long-range subsonic jet-powered strategic bomber. The B-52 is specially flown in from Garchia for the inaugural function for Aero India 2019. It has been operated by the United States Air Force since the 1950s. The bomber is capable of carrying up to 3,200 kgs of weapons. Ladies and gentlemen, the B-52 Strato Fortress. The pilot is now positioning the aircraft and carrying out the loop Tangbalya. The Sukhoi 30 is the only operational aircraft in the world that can do this extremely complex maneuver. As the pilot reaches the top of the loop, you will see the aircraft tumbling out of the sky. Keep looking at the aircraft, ladies and gentlemen. The loop Tangbalya. The Sukhoi 30 saying goodbye to all known laws of aerodynamics. Coming in now from your right, along the runway, the aircraft will carry you out a series of rolls as it passes in front of you. Flying in this manner, ladies and gentlemen, not only requires a good degree of situational awareness, but also absolute mastery in the aircraft. Keep your eyes focused on the Sukhoi, ladies and gentlemen, as it now positions onto your left for a slow speed pass along the runway. This ability to fly low and slow is unique to this aircraft and is a result of excellent aerodynamics of its design. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sukhoi 30 moving in from your left at just 200 kilometers per hour. The pilot just demonstrated the minimal radius turn capability of this marvelous aircraft. The visibly small radius of turn makes this aircraft invincible in a dogfight. This flying display that you're about to witness is primarily designed to showcase the unique aspects that go into making Tejas a formidable flying machine. The steep pull-up that you just saw was a demonstration of the ability of the Tejas to rapidly climb to a desired altitude. The Tejas is now coming in you from your right to carry out a loop along the runway. So keep looking to your right. Tejas is now demonstrating the maximum straight turn capability of the aircraft. This makes it possible to change direction in the shortest possible time. On for the loop. Keep looking straight ahead, ladies and gentlemen, as the Tejas flaunts its impressive Delta platform.
Here we have the light combat helicopter, the prototype right in front of us. Though light in weight, this machine carries the punch of a heavyweight. The display today is being performed for you by Group Captain Hari Nair and Group Captain Bhupinder Singh. This beast of a combat machine is armed to its teeth with a stunning array of weapons: a chin-mounted gun, 68mm rockets, air-to-air and anti-tank missiles. Truly makes for a lethal combination. Equipped with the potential Shakti engine, this is the only combat helicopter which can take on targets in Siachen Glacier. Please notice, ladies and gentlemen, the LCH as it rapidly pulls up. And see the unique ability of the rotor as the pilot will bunt the helicopter under negative G to come to hover position far away from the front ground. Ladies and gentlemen, that completes the display by the light combat helicopter. Please give her a warm round of applause as it now exits after an enthralling display.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking to the skies shortly will be the Dassault Rafale being flown by Captain Machiavelli, nicknamed Babuk of the French Air Force. A twin-engine, delta-wing, fourth-generation fighter aircraft, Rafale is a multi-role combat aircraft capable of undertaking air supremacy, interdiction, reconnaissance, and nuclear deterrent missions simultaneously.
Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, Captain Palzeri and the F-16 Fighting Falcon.
that was the aerobatics that happened yesterday, and we brought you once again to enjoy. It's never enough to watch it once, so we brought you again. And once you are into this watching this show, you stick your neck out for so long. Once you start to look straight, then your neck tells you how long you have been sticking it out and needs a good massage. And also the entire area around the Yelahanka Air Base, people stick up themselves along the hedging, along the fences, along safe places, and they keep looking at and watching it. Well, today's theme was Drone Olympics. You did see a lot of drones and their explanations and lots of innovations. Yesterday it was India Pavilion. Government of India has taken a lot of policy initiatives in the field of aerospace industry, and 38 companies were handpicked to showcase their projects, and that was India Pavilion. Let's take a look at India Pavilion.
The theme of this place says many states, one nation, billion opportunities, because that is the amount of capacity we have. The message is make in India for the world, and that is what we believe in. We have to create employment, we have to generate resources here, make, manufacture and provide in India for the rest of the world. Also, for the first time, MSMEs and startups have been encouraged to manufacture things that we need within India in the purview of what we already have, that is utilizing our potential. What a pride, what a moment of privilege, isn't it, when we can create for ourselves and provide for the rest of the world. Come here and see the India Pavilion, you will believe it.
Aero India 2019 has an Indian pavilion. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Honorable Raksha Mantri, inaugurated the India Pavilion. Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri H.D. Kumaraswamy, joined the event. Ministry of Defence, Government of India has organized India Pavilion to showcase the impact of government policies and initiatives on the aerospace industry. Progress in defence and civil aviation is captured in 7 different concepts. Platforms made by India that are going to be made by India in the future, what kind of support that exists in India, manufacturing, assembly capabilities from Tier 1, 2, 3, and there are big, small, medium and MSME to leading exporters and supporters of manufacturing in India. 38 companies have been handpicked. They are all asked to showcase the impact of their policy initiatives on catalyzing the growth of MSMEs. Entire Indian missile capability by DRDO organizations, leading components, simulators, etc. are all showcased. Small and medium companies have been asked to showcase one of their projects. About 4,000 crore is happening in engineering exports. Startup and innovative push is happening for innovative products. The message is, this India is ready to make their own civil and military aircrafts within the ecosystem in the country. Most of these are able to export OEM components for Boeing and Airbus. They can do for own projects for India in future, to be proud of many states and one India, and explore and exploit the billion opportunities for every Indian within India and for export.
This is a runway to billion opportunities and possibilities. There is something for everybody in Aero India 2019. For a businessman, it is opportunity. For a student, it is learning. For a kid, It's a selfie opportunity where you can just take this picture, relish it for the rest of your life. You need to come and see it to believe it, because that is how potential we are as a country. That is how strong we are. You will come here to feel proud and witness how special it is to have the patriotism. So come here, witness Aero India 2019. This is something you shouldn't miss. For now, I'm going to take off. I'll see you with more stories.
You watched the glimpses of happenings in Aero India 2019. Today was the day of Drone Olympics and drones. Yesterday was the day of India Pavilion. We bring you such glimpses between 2 and 3 p.m. for the next 3 days also. And at 10 p.m. tonight, you can watch the same glimpses and updates on Chandana and DD India. Please do join us once again tonight. We bring you updates and also very interesting features of what happened today, the glimpses and in detail. Thanks for being with us. Thank you very much.
ಈ ರೋಗದ